trying to sort myself out with my tea. Just moving this back a bit. Things plugged in and everything, so I'll try and move back so we can see. So I'll see if anyone comes in. I think I might just go and put the kettle on so I can have a hot drink as well while I'm waiting. With whatever's going on this picture. So we'll see if anyone comes in, and I'm just waiting for a brew anyway. Looking back at some old drawings as well. In one of my sketchbooks, and the one that still holds up today is this one. Where is it? Is it in this book? It's falling apart. I am going to actually have to stick this. We had my little fairy. Is it in this one? I'm sure it's in this one. Maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Is it? No, I don't think it is the one. Oh yeah. We've got this one. I love this one because it is just showing you rising above it all at the end of the day. People, their energies, their lower negative energies, and you're rising above it. In love, that's why she's holding the heart there. Also, I love this picture. Can't stop a girl from growing. And then we had the one that really still resonates is this one. Yeah. Stay back, boundaries. The positive versus the negative. It's just like, yeah, we're just carrying on. And you're like, yeah. Keeping that energy at bay because we don't need that shit in our lives. Maybe that's why it's brown. That's just shitty energy. We don't need that. So I'm just putting the kettle on. I think it's bed with a note with my book tonight, getting some more drawings done or finished off or ideas and stuff. Just looking at that because I forget to pick them up. I'm like, oh yeah, that sort of energy, and I've just put more on this painting because I said it would change because this looks so much different a while back and it'll look different again, and there is a story emerging. It might say something to you. It definitely says something to me, though it's not finished yet. This was to do with when I did my level Reiki 1, when I said about my higher self coming in, but this means a lot for what's going on in the world right now. I will explain the story of this picture when it's actually finished. And I did say I'd sell it, and I'm a bit like, oh my god, do I, don't I? Because it was a bit connected to me, but I can't keep everything that I do. So it depends what this ends up looking like. Because I may use it for something. I don't know yet. And it's going to end up more than it was being anyway, because it's getting more layers of paint and things put in it and more time and love put onto it. So yeah, it's morphing again. So I'm just going to go and catch my brew. If you're there, say hi. I just thought I'd come and do a bit of this and have a chat while I'm arting. So I'm just going to go and get my cup of tea. And just before, just an overwhelming energy of like peacefulness came in, and a smell which I thought, like I walked into a smell, you know, like when you say it was like my nana, and I was like, oh, just trying to find. So if you're in, say hi, unless you're lurking in the background. I've just got a herbal tea. I think it's what is it? Oh my god, that's really freaky. How can my camera do that? It's Manuka honey, is it that how you say it? And chamomile, I think. Something like that. So, see if I get anyone saying anything. Can't be a Q&A if people don't come in, can they? But what I am going to do is, just to start off with, is I'm going to do a bit of painting. Then I'll come back to chat. And then I'll do a bit of painting. And then I'll come back to chat. So while I'm waiting, see if anyone comes in. Not that it matters if you do or you don't. Doesn't matter. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. So I didn't know how to. This is going to be a moon. I've never really painted a moon. I've drawn moons, but I just didn't have a sponge, so I thought I'm going to use this cotton wool. So I've just been. This is just like the first layer, because I'm going over this bit of purpley cosmic hair going on. Like I said, I've had this painting for absolutely ages, but I just thought I like different textures and different mediums, so I'm just having, what I'm doing is trusting the process. A lot of people go into fear when they're doing art, even drawing onto paper, because they're scared that they're going to make a mess and they're going to ruin the page, and then it's going to ruin your sketchbook or whatever. I think you should even keep those pictures in your sketchbook, because it just shows growth at the end of the day. And there's a whole process. I have a bit of a messy process, and then it actually turns into something nice, and you've got to trust that process, because if you think about it, the world at the minute looks like it's going through a really scary, messy process, but in the end there'll be a beautiful ending to that picture, a higher picture that's going on. That's how I see it anyway. I'm just using this, I don't even know what it is, noodle pot top thing to paint on, because then you can chuck them out. I like to use things and reuse them as well. I'm just going to use this cotton wool to sort of paint it on instead of a brush. And the reason why I'm doing a moon, even though this is obviously the cosmos, so it would be, is because it's representing intuition, and we all have it, and we all use our own for our own path. You know, your intuition comes in for you. What's right for you when you tune into yourself. So, like I said, if you're there, say hi. Don't know if chat's working. Is chat working? People shy. Don't know. So I'm just putting this in a base. As a base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that way. And I'm going to look on my phone. So I don't have to keep turning around. Right. Hang on 1 minute. Ooh! Got it. Ooh. Right. There might be people just watching, that's fair enough, but like I said, it won't be a Q&A if there's nobody speaking. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's one of my bracelets, and I've been busy today as well as painting because these are all on the go. So she's been a busy girl. So you might just be listening at the minute, so watching I should say. I need to go to the shop tomorrow and get some tubes of white paint because white is the thing that I run out of, and this is actually running out on camera, but I'll just use as much as I can get out. If anyone would like to say hi, it would be quite nice because I see people there, but nobody's saying anything. Or maybe you just want to watch, and that's fine. So. I think this was the size of the picture I did the elephant on, if you remember, that Susie Q actually purchased. It was funny sending that to the post office. But I did take it all wrapped up. Get interactive with your painting. I don't know why I put that much white on that side because that's supposed to be dark, but that doesn't matter. I'll sort that out. Still nobody wanting to say hi, which I find a bit odd. Maybe it's not the usual people, don't know. Hi Danny, thanks for saying hi. I thought I was talking to myself. Well, I knew I wasn't talking to myself because I could see people there, but they may just be watching and relaxing. Can you hear the music? Because I wanted the music on in the background. Oh, I'm making such a creative mess. Brilliant. Just thought I'd do a bit, and then when it dries a bit, I'll come for a chat and so on and so forth. I'm running out of white paint anyway, so... Yeah, you hear it, thank you. It's nice to get a response. Otherwise, some think I'm talking to AI or something. I'll give it a bit of time for people to get in. I know it's earlier than I normally come in, so I think that's why, obviously, because we do get the Americans in, and you know, I just wanted to come while it's still light outside, and this is the time I just felt like coming on, doing a bit of getting the arty Janine. you know, I come with my drawings and then I don't and then I do and then I flip and then I flop and then whatever I want to bring on this channel. But today, it's a bit of art. I may pull some cards. And what is on the dark side of the moon, which is hilarious. I've got something to tell you which is quite funny. Oh, I'll tell Danny anyway. He was in at the minute. I'm running out of white paint anyway, so... How's Danny today? Anyway, I'm just getting distracted by this. Hi, King. The real Queen of England. Well, you'll laugh in a minute. I'll just put a little bit more white on. I'll tell you a story about what's just happened talking about the Queen of England and the cosmos. I'm just, sorry, I wasn't even showing you them. How is King and Danny today? I'm just feeling very calm. But then I would be because I distract myself with the right things and not the wrong things. And I'm just laughing at a pigeon outside that I was trying to get on a bird feeder, but because the pigeon's dead fat, and he tries to swing on these bird tables that are like hanging from our archway, it just lands on it and falls off it. It doesn't hurt itself, but it's clever because all the food falls off it. And I'm watching it. Oh my god! I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that pigeon? That pigeon. I don't know if you can see it. Let me. Trying to get this pigeon. No, sorry, I don't think you can see the pigeon, but that pigeon is cracking me up. Greedy pigeon. That Wednesday I can paint a door a second time. It has been worn in my bathroom. Oh, I've got loads of painting to do in the house, you know, redecorating. And it really does need doing because of just Finn when he's had his moldy hands on things when he was a baby. So I said I'd wait for him to get a bit older, which he is, and I keep saying this, but it sort of bores me, but I guess I could put a load of music on. Painting walls is different than doing a painting, obviously, but yeah, it does need doing. There's a few things that need doing around the house, fixing and stuff like that, but that's fine. It'll get done. In the time it'll get done. So I'm just going to put a bit more white paint on this moon, and then I'm going to talk about what just happened before, which was quite funny. Having a conversation with my mum, which was quite a good one, seeing as we weren't sort of going on at each other about whatever she goes on about and what I go on about. Hi Effie! Finally caught me. Laugh out loud. Was fixing my bird bath this morning. Tomcat was waiting for an innocent bird to land. Yeah, I've got a cat that comes in the garden, and I did give it raking. I did give it milk, which was probably why it keeps coming in the garden now. But I think it also knows that you know, there's birds here. Oh, the moon's coming on. Yeah, I've not really painted a moon before. I've drawn a moon. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going with the flow, and I'm just trusting the process because this is just a bit of a first layer. I'm running out of white paint, so I'm going to have to go to the shop, and luckily near me there's a cheap shop that actually sells white paint in it, acrylic, and it's only cheap, so I'm going to go and buy 2 of those because I go through white more than anything. What's going on the dark side of the moon? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So we'll just get a little bit more of this in before I turn around. It's a bit of a Q&A tonight, folks. I know it's a bit early, but I didn't fancy coming on later tonight, so sorry about that. people can always put questions in after and I might come back to them at another point. So finger painting, I think that'll do for now. Just gonna let it, I'm not even looking at a picture of the moon anyway, so I don't know. The moon's been very, very strange looking lately. They reckon we've got our moon back. So anyway, paint all over my fingers. I'm just going to let that, actually I need to use this white paint, so I'm going to try and just go in here with my fingers just to whiten this up. Give it a bit of texture, because I like texture. Mixed media. This isn't the finished thing, I'm just getting rid of the white paint. It doesn't matter if I mess it up, because I'll be going over it. I don't want to waste this white paint, so I'll just stick it on the wings. Not that this is the finished wing effect yet, but let's just get the white paint in there. There's a story behind this, so there's more of a story behind it now. Got a bit of blue in there, but that doesn't matter. Bringing in the blue. Just wipe that on my leg. I'm just going to have a shower after. I've got paint all over me. Messy creators. As I was just saying, messy creators. Everything always seems a mess and then something merges, but that is like a bit like what's going on. Seems a mess, but I'm sure in the right divine time we're going to see something beautiful emerge in this new earth energy. Anyway, I'm just gonna, I think I've got most of it now on here. Don't want to, like I said, waste the white paint, even though there's a bit of blue in there, but that doesn't matter. So that's that. Right, I need a cloth. Right, I'll wipe my hands on here. Oh no, it's here. So, I've just put that in. Ugh. It's going to have some of my tea while it's hot, so... let that dry a minute. So, how is everybody? Throat and heart chakra. Yeah, we've got the throat and heart chakra because I think people need to talk more, people are being censored, and this is important, but this is very important, you know. And you could see the moon up there as a crown chakra, you could say, for intuition, knowing. You can see it's what you want. This is going to morph more. Like I said, I was going to sell it, and I'm like, do I do? And it's not nowhere near finished yet, by the way. But yeah, that's all going on. So something emerging, and there's a story behind that. But yeah, she's beautiful. Hey y'all, moving it to big screen, y'all. Oh, thank you, Angel A. Talking from the heart, exactly. So you'll see a lot of things in this painting. Obviously I've put the black background in the back because it is the cosmos as well. Her hair has got cosmic colours in it. Also, she's emerging through the dark. Light is emerging. She's an angel, so, or a multi-dimensional being. So it's what's coming through. But this painting will emerge more as I go on with it. It's got B on here, inspire, feel, create. There was love somewhere, but it may have been painted over, but it does have words underneath it and stuff like that. And there's going to be other stuff put on top of it. I've got to wait for the layers to dry and stuff, but yeah. And it's also representing as well. I have to share this in Magazine's place. You can mine for diamonds. Oh, it's like a skin is dripping off here, no, it's like melting away. I know it sounds a bit mad, but I see that as a analogy of what's happening with us, you know, because we are light, because we're light beings, you know. A lot of people say light body, crystal body, whatever you want to say, it's all the same to me, but this isn't really us, as in this flesh. So there's bits underneath it like coming through, because our light is shining through us. This fleshy skin isn't really us, so this is representing us as light being star seeds. I don't know, whatever you want to call everybody that's waking up and shining the light and shining the love. So yeah, Dolly, what's the chakra above the head? I haven't put the chakra above the head on here, but you could have the moon, this is going to be a moon, as the crown chakra. So yeah, because I think you have your there's a star chakra in there at the bottom, and there's more. We go up with loads of chakras. We just have the our seven chakras, and then we have more galactic chakras. And when people say galactic, I just see that as heavenly. They're heavenly. Galactic. When people talk about galactic, because galactic to me is just heaven, heavenly, whatever you want to say it as. So, yeah. Funny you should say that, King, because this picture, a lot of people said that, was done when I went for my Reiki level 1, and it was just a painting I got in because I'm an indigo, and it was representing the energy I was feeling and saw my higher self on my Reiki level 1, and I painted it and I've left it there for ages. So when people have said it looks a bit like me, that's probably because maybe I was painting my higher self, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So yeah. Which way is she looking? Like, and hair up stands for, that's one of my trademark things, hair up is going off into the cosmos. We are connected. There might be something down here with flowers and stuff connected to Earth, but we're also connected to the cosmos, as above, so below. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot more things put on it. It's just in its process. Decided to get going more on my paintings. So while that dries, I'll be sorting my little ones out, which I'm showing this morning at some point. Like I've just said when I first came on, I've been also putting together my jingle jangles, my affirmation intention bracelets, which I will also be doing ankle bracelets, and I've got quite a few on the go. Woo! Nice as a necklace. But I've got them going as well, so I've been quite busy. Yeah, so I've got a magic card here I'm going to pull. But is there any questions? I was just going to do a Q&A because I've never done before. Is there any questions anyone wants to ask me? In a high frequency, by the way. No silliness. Of anything to do with art or the spiritual path we roll on, just out of curiosity. I mean, I do tell everybody anyway what my opinions are on things anyway. But I was just wondering if anyone wanted to ask me anything. You don't have to. But I was just wondering, just giving people the chance to ask me, because sometimes I'm so caught up in my flow of talking, I don't always see chat, you know. The different shades of blue in her hair are amazing. Yeah, it's representing the cosmos, because that's the sort of colours I see when I'm up there in here. It will have stars and things on it. It's nowhere near finished, so obviously it's just got the layers going on at the minute before I start putting a lot of detail in. So it's nice that you get to see it in its process, and this reminds me of the spiritual path of learning, evolving and growing. We have come to do our self-development to be a human as well, connecting. We are the rainbow bridge. We are the rainbow bridge to the earthly plane and the heavenly planes. That's personally how I see it. And we have a lot of growing to do and evolving, and a lot of it's, well, it is out of love. So we have all this, you know. So paintings say a lot. You can express through paintings. I express more through my artwork because I don't necessarily think I'm that good at articulating stuff, even though I know a lot of you get me. God, I'm getting a tan, aren't I? So yeah, expression comes through many different ways, and one of mine is art, whether that's through jewellery or painting. And here's Rainbow Wizard, and he's a great artist as well. All my questions reside in the frequency of stillness. Sorry. You're not playing then. It was just in case people wanted to ask me a question about art. But yes, I was being still before, putting the music on and just going in the flow. How is my journey on my Reiki going? Thanks, Effie. It's going really good. Been practicing, and you know, I've given out a lot of you know, energies out to people, sent it to people, distance Reiki, and that's going good. And I'm hoping just to build that up alongside with everything else, because you know, that's healing for me, it's healing for others. It was in a dream anyway about healing and what I needed to do, but it also heals me. And then also with my artwork and everything else that I do, my creativity, I just want to mix it all in one big pot, because people get a lot of frequencies and healings out of so many different things, and art is one of them. Art is one of them. So, cat's got my tongue. Art is one of them. So yeah, it's going good, and the people that I have done it on, I've had really, really good reviews, so you know, I love it. And I do go with the flow with my own thing as well, and bring in my own modalities, is that what it's called? I don't know. My own things and intuition of what I think I should be doing personally, because once you've got the basics down, you can basically bring in other things as well, like crystals and stuff like that, even though, you know, a lot of us know it isn't that does it, but it helps because I'm a visual person, so I like visual things. Yeah, me and my fella are actually wanting to get my garage turned into a studio, I think, because as much as I love it in here and it's a lot of light, I think we still need this as a chill room, even though we can still do stuff in here. But I think, yeah, it'd be great to just, if you're an artist and you know Rainbow Wizard, you can have a lot of paintings about and a lot of crap. Well, it's not crap, our tools that we use to paint with and stuff like that. And as much as I've got a lot of it, rid of it out of here, there's still in other cupboards and things, so it'd be great to just store it in a proper place where my house gets freed up of the stuff that, you know, I used to do it with. Would be nice, because yes, and I think a lot of people will understand that who are into art. It's like, oh my god, blue hair like Marge Simpson. Yeah, thinks the real Janine is more beautiful, but can see with her eyes she is good at painting our mermaid. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Marge Simpson going on there. Those are cosmic Marge Simpson. Yeah, because she's got that hair going up. But hair going up represents to me is the connection to the cosmos. So, you know, and our hair, we are an antennae, and our hair is an antennae as well. They're like fibre optics. I see them as little picking up. Well, that's why your hairs go up on your arm, you know, when you feel something like vibration. It's like your hair's the same. Not that it goes on end like that, but you know, that's my thoughts on it. So, you know, little antennae. Anybody else? And I've been drawing angels for a few years now, and now I know why I've been drawing angels. Just cracks me up. This path's just like crazy fabulous. There we go. Crystals help us focus. Well, I was just talking about that. I use crystals. Thank you. I use crystals to focus, it just helps me focus more on where I want to go, because I do use them in Reiki. So it's not, people go on all the time, we don't need the tools. We know we don't need the tools, but you're allowed to use them if you wish to. If they weren't there, they got taken away. Fabulous. We'd still be able to do it, because, you know, in whatever. But I am a visual, and I like to do that. So crystals focus. They help us focus. And crystals do hold energy anyway, so they do hold energy, they do store information, so it's brilliant for that anyway, you know what I mean? But there'll be a lot of people out there say, oh yeah, you know, but you got to know it's not. I said, we know that, but we also know they hold vibrations and frequencies anyway. But it's not that does the work. Channels through us, And yeah, it's brilliant. Anyway, so let's see what else the cards have got to say, seeing as that one jumped out. Anybody else got a question about spirituality? And, you know, like I say, it's probably not much you would ask, because I do tell you most stuff on there. There's a peaceful, calming energy around you, Dolly. How do you achieve that? Thank you, Effie. Beautiful 432 hertz music, which is on in the background. I've got crystals dotted about. I need to bring the washing in. Doing the things that I love. I don't watch TV anymore. There's only something that I might watch, you know, if I want to see a series or a really good movie, because you can still enjoy things. But daily I'm always doing something, whether that's in the day or at night or whenever it is, something that I love. Painting, making jewellery, drawing, working with energy, whatever it is, thinking positive thoughts and affirmations. And just trying to bring it in daily. It's not because, like I said, we don't get triggered, or, you know, a family member might say something, or a partner, or your kids, and then you think, oh my God, I've just gone back into that whole, you just snap yourself back out of it. Be aware that you're doing it. It's when you're aware that you're doing it, it's easier to get out of it. It's when you're not aware that you're doing it, and then you're like, oh. And like I said, tomorrow's another day. So, and talking about that, Effie, had a phone call. I rang my mum today. You know, I said she's like Hi Hitler sometimes. And you found your purpose. Yeah, he's just putting it together. That's where I go, whoa, because I'm not business minded. But my mum's always been a bit of a controller, but she's a lovely person. And today she actually told me that she's not having the third, even though she said. But anyway, we were just talking about that. But she did say something about positivity, and I thought, oh my God, my mum is like, what? And she was like, oh, I know, but you know, if you believe in positivity. I said, well, I did give you the Joe Dispenza book on the placebo. I knew you wouldn't read it. But she's like, well, you know, and she is a bit like that, my mum, anyway. So anyway, going off subject of that, then she turned around and said, I nearly spat my drink out. She said, oh, you know, such and such a body. I went, yeah. She went, they were talking today about, we know where this is going as well. She went, what they've been saying on the news about UFOs. And I went, really? I went, what do you think about that, Mum? And she's like, well, I said, well, your daughter talks to interdimensional beings every day, Mum. And she was like, oh, you and you, blah, blah. I said, well, it's true. And she was like, but I said, if it's coming out on the news, I'm sure they'll try and put fear-mongering in it, Project Bluebeam or something. She went, well, they said that Obama. I said, yeah, they did. They also said the Clintons were bringing disclosure out, but they didn't. They just wanted people to vote for them, you know. I said, but also Trump's son said it too, and I said there's lots going on behind the scenes with that. So just to put it out there, I was laughing at my mum. I'm thinking, oh, she might be getting into that, but she won't look at about that. But I was laughing because I thought, oh, even my mum's thinking about that, which is good, because we know they might put snippets of the truth in if it's on mainstream, and they might mix up with a bit of fear, who knows. But we know they're trying to come out with something because they know something's coming, but obviously there's something going on, because they wouldn't be putting it out, whether that's Project Bluebeam or whatever they're going to try and do. But I did say to my dad today, it'll be a laugh to see what they're going to try and pull, because are they going to do a hologram? Is it going to be a little green man where we'll just all start laughing and go, they don't actually look like that? More blue in my eyes, some of them. But does anyone get what I'm saying? I was just laughing that she actually said that. My mum would never come out of the conversation where she was actually talking about that, and I was just like, and then she started laughing. So I'm going, yeah, your daughter talks to them quite often, Mother, don't worry about it. It was funny. No, I had to laugh, and I thought, oof, never thought I'd be having that conversation with my mum. I've had it with my dad. You know, because a lot of us said before, Tesla, Mr. T, his uncle, time machines. I said to my dad, you really need to watch the film Interstellar, because even my fella said that's more like what I would see as our future selves warning our past selves, because everything's going on at the same time. So I was like, my dad's like, I don't think I've seen Interstellar. I said, oh my God, go and watch it. I knew straight away when at the beginning of the film, I was like, I know what's going on. I am an absolute pain in the ass to watch a film with, especially with my fellow. I think he just sits there going, will you just watch it? I'm like, but I know what's going to go. I know what's going to go on. I know what's going to happen. I think in Wonder Woman, was it the last ones, I was near enough doing word for word, and I was like, oh, I told you she was going to say that, and I've not seen it before. So, quite funny. But yeah, having that conversation with my mother. And so the MSM begin with their spin. Listen to what the Obama actually said. No, what? I can't see that. I've got something. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I didn't look at what he said because we know what he's a part of and what side he is part of. The dark side. But yeah, it just gets people to get interested. But it's just funny how they're re-talking about it again. But the whole point was, it was just funny because my mum was talking about it. And I said, yes, but they'll put their spin on it. So I'm dying to see what they've come out. Because apparently Podesta's been talking about it. And it's like, really? If you know what I'm talking about. So I just thought that was quite funny. Quite funny. Oh, we've got the wolf again. Instinct. The moon. Oh. And when we got the wolf, was it today or yesterday? Can't remember because I've been on a few times. The wolf. Instinct. I'd rather be like a wolf than a sheep. That's what we were saying this morning. Might be feeling like a lone wolf at the minute, a lot of us, but we will find our pact, and we are. That's when I was talking about star fam, soul fam, whatever you want to say. Whatever's coming is coming to change this time. Yeah, and it already is. We're already on that timeline, I believe. Because of the collective consciousness and where we actually want to go. Even the people who, I don't like saying don't know, but are still like not moving forward with other stuff, and we've got 9 and 6 there, as above so below. It's like I said, even the people with that think they're doing the right thing and they want the best for everyone else, so there's still all that going on. So yeah, it's like I said, we actually don't know anything what's going to happen on the big term. We just know it's going to be big, but we all know it's going to be positive because it can't be stopped. And the celestial bodies in the sky, you can't stop that energy coming in. And they knew, to me, personally, this is how I see it, they knew in the prophecies of astrology, looking up to the stars, what certain things were coming in, how long it takes to come round, what would be coming in a certain time. And they all talked about in the past wasn't for then, it was for now, what's coming now. And that's why I think when it started 4 or 5 years ago with the whole Mr. T and that, and they were looking at the observers and they'd done one and they'd left the observers, they know what's coming. You can't stop them celestial bodies bringing this energy, and you can't stop that. Nothing can stop it. The only way they can try to sort of stop it or miss the portals or whatever you want to say, miss the energy, is, and not get everyone on that timeline, to me personally, is by illusion, Hollywood, MSM. We all know what Hollywood stands for. The stick. The dark witches, may I add. The black house. Distraction. Looking in the wrong areas. So they put their stuff out on mainstream media because the majority of the world watch mainstream media and believe it. So they're the illusion, that is the Maya. So that's how I see it, but you can't stop it coming. It's like saying, what, they can stop God's source's energy? I don't think so. For the time that it was meant to be in. It's just we all have to wake up to it and not fear it. And again, we've got the crystal focus. It's telling us to focus again. So it's about focusing on you, focusing on your light, like the little poem that I put out this morning, which I will read again. The crystals, we've got amethyst there. That's a very spiritual stone. It's my birthstone as well. Purple, crown chakra. Maybe it's telling us to, a lot of people, to get focusing on the crown chakra area, coming into your knowing, meditating, going within. See that crystal cave? But yeah, any questions? Hi, Archangel Michael. This one just fell out. Dream time, creation. We dream our reality up. Hang on, that's just gone off. We dream our reality up. What's going on? What's going on over there? Ugh. I've not had this card before, actually. It's beautiful. Right, stop messing about. Put yourself back on. Music's just decided to switch itself off. Oh, it's come back on again. So, I'm going to read that poem out again for maybe if you didn't catch it. Music's going to go on and off, it's deciding to play up. So, like I said, I'm doing this painting, I'm just letting it dry now. If anyone wants to ask me any questions on art or spirituality, of the best abilities, I can only talk off my experience, that's all. But I do share it all the time, so there might not be a lot. I think I've seen a UFO last month over here. I think I did as well. I think I actually thought I saw a station or something. It was massive. It looked like a star, but it was massive, and it looked more oval shaped. And I was just like, what's that? And I saw something. I don't know if it was this morning or last night. Two things, and I'm thinking, are they birds? It just was like didn't look like they were flying, but I could see an aura around it. Besides not being a plane, it disappeared behind some clouds, and then like no planes I've seen. I think we're going to be seeing more. When it's nice, I like to sit out in the garden. So I'm just going to read the poem out again because it came in this morning and I like it, so I'm going to read it again. Creativity flowing, I was going to say this week, we're only on Tuesday. But I do believe when you're connected, creativity just flows out of you. If you actually take the time to be still and be. So I'm going to read it out again. So I wrote this morning, I see dead people. But I think if these grey or other aliens will humanity something beyond those, there is after oh yeah, definitely after that, yeah. I do not think it is so often we see them in wherever our sky creatures in the underground. I do not know much about them, but yeah, there's all that going on, and I think, I don't say there is and there isn't because who knows, but I do believe there's more going on and there is things, and especially what I've been seeing, it's a bit like, well, I definitely know there's something going on. So Indigo Child, my mate is having the thing tomorrow. She says she knows stuff but she can't. I'm going to find it hard to be friends soon. She thinks we are on a globe, so shit. Well, the thing is, Indigo Child, what I've learned over the past few months more so is not to get caught up in it, no matter what they're doing. Some people see it as a soul contract. I see it like that as well. They chose to do this. No matter how much stuff you've shown them, whatever, if they've chose to do it, they've chose to do it. They've got free will. I know I sort of say it's not free will in a sense of free will, because they're not seeing the other side of it, but they've chose it. So I've got friends who have took it, and I've got family who've took it. My mum has twice. But yeah, it annoyed me, but I'm not. It is what it is. But I'm not going to fall out with them. And I try not to put my mum in fear now with it either, because it can make it worse. And my mum actually said today, I think she's clicking on now. She said she's not having a third one. I went, well, it could be in 2 years, Mum. But I have said to her, keep your vibrations high. And she even said, well, I think there's a lot to do with positivity. If you're thinking bad things all the time, blah, blah, blah. So, but you've just got, and it doesn't matter where your friend thinks you live on, if they think they're on this, or they think they're on a plane, or they think they're on a globe. None of that really matters. We've all been lied to, and you've got to remember how you felt maybe a while back. And it's not their fault, because that side have been really good at the illusion. Really good at the illusion for centuries. So you've just got to stay calm. At the end of the day, you haven't. So I was really short with her when she just said my dad's had two in my other family. Yeah, and a lot of people have Indigo Child, so you're not alone. But I've gone past the frustrated part now, because it's just like. But then maybe if you're positive about it, that energy will help them. Help them when, we're in a spiritual war. That's what I see it as. But it's hard. But you're only going to make yourself feel if you're worrying about everybody. And I know it's not nice if it's people in your family, this, that and the other, and they choose it. But they choose it. So what can you do? All you can do is what you do for yourself, and hopefully it wears off on other people. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Elle's in the house. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, say hi to Indigo Child as well. So it's just not really to get angry, because where we're going now is about love and compassion. So you've still got to have compassion for the people that are doing it, because think of it on the opposite. If it was you, these people think they're doing the right thing for humanity by doing that because they think it's helping people. So in their eyes, they think they're doing the right thing, and in our eyes, we think we are. So really, we all think we're doing the right thing, even if we know there's a bigger thing behind it, which we do. But you've got to look at with compassion and try not to fall out with people just because they've chosen something and took a choice. It was their choice. Yeah, I'm trying to just put up boundaries with a lot of people. Yeah, and I talk about that. You can put up boundaries, but it's up for you to heal now. And you can do your own thing and stay away from people for a bit, but you don't have to be nasty about it, and we'll just see how it goes. But be there for them if they come back to you to talk to you, and maybe they'll realise, because I do believe things will come in where it'll help people. But that's, again, if people really want the help. If they then turn around and realise they may have done something that's not doing the body any good, that if they really feel they want the change, then, there's that going on as well. Yeah, with peace between Gaza and Israel and the rest of the world, yeah, and that's peace on earth, as I've said that before. With what 17 said a few years ago about that, and the last will be Israel, and that means the mainstream media as well. So it's all like eyes. This is why I say stay calm. We're all observing the world show theatre, biggest movie ever seen in your life. Stay calm. It's hard, but stay calm. And it's going to get harder. Remember what I said, we're not in the storm yet. When these people wake up, which they will do, and when someone comes back in around August, which we all know he will do. I was trying to explain that to my mum today. She's like, yeah, but he's not. I went, yeah, but he is, if you know what I'm talking about. I said, but he is, because it was fraud. So, I'm just waiting. And then I'll be celebrating. And then I need to move to America. If you're out there, Mr. T, or or that team, get me and my family over there. I'm coming. There's narcissists everywhere. We're all brothers and sisters. Yep, we are sisters and bro stars. I'm going to try share info to all those who wish to listen. Yeah, and that's all you can do. You can't smack anyone round the head with a red pill, because as we all found out, it doesn't work. You can only drop seeds of info, leave it with them. Some people are waking up to that, and that's the best way of doing it. The best way of doing it is with memes, funny things make people laugh, and then they sort of like, that's the best way to do it. Not shouting and screaming and calling people. Do it in a funny way, comedy. And we need a lot of laughs in these days, because that's the frequency as well that they don't like you having. Like I said, you can't dance at weddings and all that. I said that the other day. We will, Dolly Daydream. I'm ready and waiting to help people that need my help. Yeah, and you'll all be doing it, and you just being a light source. It doesn't mean you have to go into healing, because you can all do it anyway. So I keep saying this, don't ever sit there and think, I'm not doing much, I'm not on YouTube, what am I going to do? You're doing it by just being you, holding space for the people that may need you when the time gets a bit more crazy. If you think it's crazy now, it isn't. That is you working energy, working the light, is holding space for people. I've seen people say that, personally, I've seen some Reiki healers saying that they're not going to do any Reiki on people who have took the jab. Well, I have, and I didn't come here not to do that. I got told I was going to heal and help people heal. Who am I to turn somebody away? That was said in the who, number 17. If one asks a question, help them. So who am I to turn them people away? Isn't that what healing's about? Did Jesus turn a leper away? If you get what I'm saying. So to me, that doesn't sit well with me personally. I think you've got to know your own true power. So I will be, and I have done, my mum and a friend and stuff like that, and I'm not going to be feared into. I just don't believe that. If you came here to heal, you came here to heal people. The people that you're normally healing are the people that are ill. I know they might say, yeah, because it's not a real thing and it's a thing that's been put out there, but still, lots of things were put out there in the past. leprosy was probably a thing that they put out there in the past, because every 4 years they chuck something out, don't they? So I'm just saying, nothing new under the sun. But personally, that's me. That's just me. Yeah, the best way to do it is with memes and funny memes, because then you're not being a bit of a. It's not too hard for people to think, oh my god, there's a bit of a joke in it. Whether they take it as a joke or not and they don't believe it, it's still getting into the subconscious of something. And my mum said today, she said something about the Queen, and I went, are you having a laugh? Do you really think she's in? I said, because she's not. She went ages ago and she went, oh, I don't believe everything they say about her. I said, what about the kids and everything? What's that? David Icke was right, wasn't it? And she was like, oh no, I don't. I said, well, guess we'll see, won't we? She went, oh, it's been falling apart. I told you a few years ago the monarchy was falling apart. And she was like, oh, I said, I have to laugh with my mum. Just not at the moment. It's all Janine. What? I don't know. What? We'll all be celebrating soon, I hear. We will be celebrating something. I still think things are going to go on. There's going to be I think there's going to be a lot of celebrations, but I think there's going to be a lot of celebrations as in something's going to happen, it's going to be quite big, and then more people are going to realise, and it's going to give us, the people that have been talking about stuff, more inspiration to carry on and give us more, Hi, Mr. B714. Yes, greetings, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm just going to let this dry. See what else emerges with this big painting. I was just saying today that I've never done a big painting like this. I've done the elephant one, and then I said, tell a lie, in Spain a few years back, years and years ago actually, when my eldest was a baby, I painted around a big massive garage of sunflowers. I just said, oh, can you paint? I was like, yeah, try it. And painted all these sunflowers around this massive garage in the blistering heat. And I look back now and think, I can't believe I did that. Bonkers. So, yeah. Yes. Like one of my beautiful friends said to me, the words I say have power, and they do have power. So this is why I say you've got to be careful what you say, do, think and speak and all that. Hi, Reveller. And sometimes we do come out with words and we think, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That's just us being human as well. But, the more light we anchor in, the more we realise, that's what it is. So it's all good. I'm just trying to look round at my has Finn drawn on the walls when he was younger? Do you think you said something about renovating? No, it wasn't because he drew on the walls. It's just, when kids are mauling the walls with the sticky fingers and stuff, so I need to repaint the wall. They just white my walls. The house needs a lick of paint. It's not been painted since Finn was a baby, so it all needs zhuzhing up, new energies, still cleaning out and stuff, still getting rid of stuff, but I do want to move my creative stuff in storage at some point and do something with that. But yeah, new energies, new earth coming in, get rid of stuff, get new energies in by freeing spaces up and getting rid of stuff you don't want anymore, you don't need. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. I was just... I was looking for... Oh! Hang on. Thought I'd bring the famous pink book out. I'm going to read it out. I just have to because I got this picture sent to me today. Oh, what's his name? Anyway, it reminds me of someone, and I still hold true to it as well. So I'm not going to say who. I'm just going to put it out there. So I don't know if it's unusual view of Thomas Victor. My dad had to change it round because it looked like he was exercising on the floor, so my dad to turn it round the right way. Our side on view reminds me of somebody. Just saying. His nose reminds me of somebody, actually. Just putting it out there. I'm not saying who. But when Danny said before, when we were just talking about UFOs and all that, now, you know who, number 17, this thing I'm going to read out. Some people said it was CIA, but then again, look behind the CIA. Just want to read this out because Greys are mentioned in it. Take it as whatever, but in my book of number 17, Madness, when I first got into it like a proper detective, I did my work. I just didn't sit there listening to people. I actually did my work, and the people who were there, and I actually went through gematria and everything, which is in here now. If I looked at it now, I'd be like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm going to go to the... So you have to keep this. It's going to be in the history books. It's going to be, you know, part of this biggest, the biggest thing we've ever been in history of all time. So, where is it? Oh, here it is. I love this. I just think about, and this is the way it's written. I'm going to try and not butt in on it because I always do. So I haven't, if it sounds weird, it was written this way. Oh, I know, it's just, it's bonkers. It probably wouldn't even make sense to me now. It's got loads of stuff in it. Oh, God, I was like a nutty professor. Nutty professor. Gematria going on and everything. Oh, it was bonkers. Anyway, I'm going to read this out. Oh, back then when I was more raving mad then. Right, so here we go. A lot of you remember this. In 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on, first to the Bilderbergs, then he caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death. Allied with the one person in this world whom I knew was honourable enough to trust and begin to build the plan. Who? Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. Many of you would never go on. You need each other. I don't think I've slept for 5 years. Properly. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. I've read this out so many times. This is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one away, you have hurt the plan. Yeah. If you turn one away, you have hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching. We see all... I get tingles in the head all the time. There are no secrets. You would never believe the files kept on every one of you. For that matter, you will never believe where they are kept. I don't know. Quantum computer on there. I don't know. Yeah. Prepare for the next phase. Well, I believe we're going in the next phase. Prepare each other. You are one. Where we go one. Finish it off, folks. And then it says, ah. Who's ah? I love this book. Still on the plan with that. Never fell off it. Doesn't mean because I don't talk about it at the height that I used to. Lots of people still do because some people are only just coming through it and shouting about it now. And it's like, yep. Boy, don't know why I just said that, but I get all very excited in that energy of you know who. Mr. Junior. Yes, thank you. So, yeah. And I still laugh and have to laugh at people. Not in, like, laughing at them. Even my fella says, oh, you and your crazy conspiracies thinking that Trump's going to come back and JFK Jr. Oh, he would have come out by now. You said it was this time. You said it was that time. I said, I know I did. And I was wrong in that sense of, but it's all happening behind the scenes because it makes more sense now with what's happening. And it has to be seen and it has to be shown before it's actually shown. So that none of that worries me at all. So, what was I was reading my poem out actually when I didn't read it out. You know. Oh, and El Trumpo's put the real rallies are back. The real rallies are back. Well, he is rallying, and we know what's going to happen. I will be celebrating. I will be celebrating, but not in an ego way. I just will be celebrating. So, oh my God, there he is, Thomas Whitaker. Anyway, that's funny. Oh, and JFK Jr. No way. The top people who are the top. That can't be right. The top people on my thing is Thomas Whitaker, and look who's underneath. It's a sign. That's hilarious. Anyway, so thank you. So I'm going to read out my poem again today. Like I said, when you get in flow, lots of things come through, and that's why I had to read it out this morning because I had to. Also, I've put people are toxic through their own insecurities because right, where is the poem? Right, so I wrote today. Where's Rainbow Wizard? Can't see him. Have you seen Red Pill Phil chatting about things? No, I haven't seen it. I'm not on BitChute, so no, I haven't yet. I'm going to have to catch up from that. I'm going to have to give him a bell. Right, so I put, I am so grateful for my creativity that flows through me daily. I thank the divine for this beautiful energy that comes through me and is expressed in my creativity, and that I get to share with people all over the world. How amazing is that? I love it. Light and love is sent from above. How will you express it? Shine your light from your heart. Oh yeah, this was a poem bit. Shine your light from your heart as that's, oh no, sorry. How amazing is that? Right now I'm going into the you know, yeah, we've got trolls in the house. Be on top because someone's putting disgusting things in. We always get that when you say Q&A. Be on the ball, moderators, and get rid of the horrible people in chat that just want to, you know, because that was really disgusting energy, by the way. Anyway, saw that coming. Ooh. So, what's going on there? Be on the ball. Why I finished my poem off, because it's obviously triggering people. The big Barney, the child dinosaur, decided to come in. Oh, yes, dearie me. Get a better name than that. That's when you know they're not very creative. Are they talking about creativity? These trolls and bots and people, they're not very creative with the names they come up with. Stand out a mile off, do you know what I mean? Dearie me. Anyway, well, this is the funny thing about people's energy, even if it's people messing about, where their mindsets go of what they have to go in and disturb people's chats, because that's the sort of energy they're in, because that's the sort of people they are. Anyway, I'm so great. Yeah, so how amazing is that? Love and light is sent from above. How will you express it? Shine your light from your heart, as that's where the purest energy starts. Yeah. Be it, feel it, speak it. The lighthouse you came to be, shining all those rainbow colours for all the world to see. Have the faith and trust yourself. You are held by the divine. All is coming to you that you have dreamed of, all in good time. So while the world keeps changing, remember you are changing too. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and love is the energy to use. And that was by me. I made that up this morning. It just came in and I loved it. So yeah, you just get more views. I know it's funny, that's what I always laugh about people who come in when they do that, because then they try and come back saying something else, but you get more views with people commenting. So Well done, Barney the dinosaur, you know. But again, you've got to laugh, you know. You've got to laugh. Thinking it was clever by putting letters out. Knew where that was going. Yes, good luck in life. Yeah, lots of love to Barney the dinosaur, you know. Back to Jurassic Park and all that, but lots of love and light to you. And I hope you find your sole intention of what you've come here to do. Yeah. But the dinosaurs did go extinct, didn't it, if you believe in all that. Anyway, I'm just saying, you know, that energy. So, yeah. There are always some character traits with the red men and the pig. Yes. Oh, yeah, they do. They do. But, you know, you get all that, but you have to laugh. It's nothing I'm not used to, trolls. Don't get a lot now, you just get the odd few. Don't know how it's going to be when the real shit hits the fan, do you know what I mean? But, yes. So I'm going to go because I'm going to try and... what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this now for tomorrow and I'm going to carry on with some of my other... you know what I'm like. Ooh. The thing is, you've got to accept who you are and there's many different sides to you and I don't have a problem with that. I have my feisty side, my gentle side, my loving side, my creative side, my fire side, everything. You have all them elements, earth, air, fire, water and spirit, do you know what I mean? So people need to, you know, depends what mood I'm in, you know, what frequency I'm pulling in. I'm just looking at something, I'm just thinking. Just thought I'd bring a little chakra energy in before we go, because we were talking about them at the beginning. I have not had a go. I think I'm stressed enough. Damn it, I want it. You know what? 5 years for me before I met my fella, and there's 17 in the chat now, and it was the best thing I ever did because I got to know me again from being depleted by a narcissist and not feeling worthy of myself. And then I got over that and realised, and then that's when you do meet somebody. I mean, in these times it's difficult anyway with everything going on and people arguing about this, that and the other. I'm just lucky that I met my fella, and funny enough, I was looking on Facebook today when we actually first got speaking, and I think it was May last year, the 2nd, something like that, and Howard actually said he was really into Nikola Tesla, and I was like, yes, I love the Tesla, Nikola Tesla that is, and it's not that we agree on everything, but we're going in the same direction, which is good. And I've got him into more art and stuff like that. But because I'd had that time on my own, I was ready. And it's still going to be difficult if we ever move in together at some point, which we will in the future. But I'm not in a rush. Like years ago when I was younger, I'd probably move someone in on the bloody second week or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Never ended up right in the end because you wasn't getting to know that person properly. That's how I see it. So I don't rush. I'm getting out of the programming and the habits I used to do and not in them anymore, because the best things come to those who wait, and you really need to doubly check that you're with the right person. You know, yeah, I've done that before. You know, I was in a narcissistic relationship and I felt depleted, I felt shitty, I felt not good enough, I felt like, I don't even get emotional about it now because it's gone, but just, I could talk about it, just unworthy, and then I had to find me. So for the 4 or 5 years, whatever it was, and I was on my own with a newborn baby as well at the time, it was very, very, very traumatic at the beginning. But then I realised I actually liked being on my own, but I didn't want to get too caught up into wanting to be on my own, because I am a natural person that likes being around another person. So some people aren't like that, and that's good, but I did have the time out that I needed, a few years, and even my mum was like, oh my god, like you've been, and I said, and there was times when I used to be like, oh, why is it always me on my own? But I actually look back now, actually really enjoyed it, and it's been a little bit difficult to get used to even being around someone now in a relationship, But we're growing with each other, and we're respecting each other, and we're not having massive expectations on each other, because you don't own each other. We were saying the other day, you know, it's good that because we're older now and you learn anyway, we should do, some people don't, but we were like, you know, I think he's watching football tonight. I'm like, I'm fine, I'm at home doing my painting, you do your thing, you chill out. You have to have that space of your own thing as well, but also do stuff together. But you don't have to be in each other's pockets all the time. You have to have that sacred time, your space to do what you want to do. It's a bit like me talking on here. I love talking, I've always been a chatterbox. If he was sat here watching, I would feel a bit weird, because I'm in my element when I'm just on my own doing things. But I will carry on doing this if, you know, we get together in that way. It'll just be a bit different. But you have to learn to grow with each other, and it's about give and take. Too many people these days are dating people because they've got something and they want something off someone, or they put expectations of someone's got to be, when I get with you, you're going to do this, this and this, and it's like, hang on a minute. It's about give and take. And like I said before, if he went to something he liked, I'd go there even if I wasn't really into it, but I know that it put a smile on his face, then I'd, you know, like he was watching a bit of football the other day, and that didn't go well. Not that I'm into that, but I just sat there drawing. And there's something that I'm going to soon, which I'll tell you about soon, that he will come with me, because he knows it gives me much joy and he likes to see me happy. So the give and take. Narcissists tend to do everything they want to do, and they want you to do everything they want to do, and as soon as you're asking for something or a bit of support, they don't want to know. You know, and it's good to have that time out. 7 years single, then met someone just before COVID, but not going well in the middle of the breakup. Well, you know, you learn the role lessons. I got together with my fella in lockdown last year, and it's good job. Personally, I would have been all right, because I just sort of go in my own world anyway. But I'm really glad that I met him, because I personally think I've helped him. I've helped him get into art, helped him keep a bit sane with everything, from working from home, not seeing so much of his other friends that have not been about because of the, you know, the whole thing and everything. So we've kept each other sane. So it's been good. Yeah, that's the thing though. If you see the red flags and you carry on, it's a bit like... But sometimes it depends as well, because sometimes it's something they're going through, and... But yeah, if it's the same red flags as what you've been in before, you'll definitely know. And this was different with me, totally different right from the beginning. So yeah, so I mean, in this what's going on at the minute, I don't think anyone has time. If you were trying to get into a new relationship now, it's pretty bonkers. You probably get now that I'm not dating you because you've had or I'm not dating you because you haven't, you know what I mean? So yeah, so let's see what energy we've got with this. Who you did. Yeah, well, the thing is, you get lessons, and they'll keep coming, and they'll keep coming, and they'll keep knocking on your door until you realise. And then once you start changing your habits and realising things and putting boundaries up, because that's what I was rubbish with, boundaries. I'm not now. That's when you'll see a change. And when someone does come in your life, you'll see a change with the sort of people that come into your life, because you're manifesting different frequencies, not the same old, same old. Because if you're working in the same old frequencies of the same old habits and programming, and you know, the same sort of people and this, that and the other, you'll bring in the same sort of relationships. So once you stop doing that, once you start setting boundaries up, you'll see a difference, you know. And there should be nobody should be wanting to control you or stop you doing anything that you love. You know, it should be like, they should be like, look, if you love it, do it. But like I said, if things happen in the end where we're together, living together, there'll be a few different things of routines of things going on, obviously, because that's just the way it is. But it's not, you know, it'd never stop me from coming on here talking. It might just be at different times or whatever, or there might be new things coming up, who knows. So we have got the miracle and forgiveness. Well, that's just brilliant, isn't it? Because there are miracles going on right now. Once you set boundaries up, you'll get more miracles in. It's Phoenix there going on. Oh no, it's not. We could say it was. It looked like one. It's a gold lady, the golden flame of goddess. Miracles are happening right now. A lot of manifestations happening, and also forgiveness, because this is what you're going to be doing a lot of soon. Even the people who, whatever you've been fighting against people, you've got to remember it's not really them, it's them. The high-ups that have been, you know, pulling the wool over people's eyes for many centuries. So you will be forgiving your friends and family and people. You've got to remember they've been hypnotised, they've been brainwashed. So you've got to look at it like that in a sensitive way of forgiveness is the biggest thing. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're forgetting what these people have done. It doesn't mean that people might not go to prison and things might not happen, but maybe you're forgiving them on a different level, as we've said before. If they were born into something and they thought that was normal, they thought it was normal, but or it might just be forgiveness of you've had arguments with people about the jibby jab and things, and you've been falling out with friends, and when this all comes out and people start to realise what's been going on, they're going to be coming back, and you're going to be forgiving people. Because think about, what if you were on that side? My sister said to me the other day before I went, what if you didn't wake up, and what if Dad didn't do this, and what if you didn't tell me? And I said to my sister, I'm so glad you didn't take it. I'm really, one of the biggest things that my sister didn't, my dad didn't, my mum did. I said, I'm so glad. She said, can you imagine if we didn't, like, what do you think you would have done? I said, I think I would have left it anyway and just tried to see what was happening, but I don't know, because I'm not in that perspective. But I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I took the red pill, as hard as it's been, because it's been bloody bonkers. It's been emotional, but it's still the best thing ever. Hi Ryan, best YouTube. You've seen me get emotional there. I'm a bit I'm a bit more detached now. Not because I don't have the emotions, it's because I'm not allowing myself to get in the negative, lower vibes, because I'm trying to anchor the light in, you know, and I'm just concentrating on most of the time what I can bring in that's positive. Like I said, it doesn't mean shit doesn't happen in my life. It just means I don't have to let it bring me down. Because it's not who we truly are. And there's 17, and we used to get all this time. We used to get this all the time. Do you remember? Just pointed out, it goes down to 16. So, don't even know what I'm waffling on about now. So, yeah. And just because we got 2, I'll make it up to a 3. Yeah, say hi to Ryan. I'll make it up to 3, because we like 3, Trinity, mind, body and spirit. They went for the body. They went for the mind. They're going for the spirit. Gossip. There's a lot of gossip going about around the world. And this goes with toxic people, because I put a little post up just saying toxic is, what did I say? Toxic is people with insecurities. That's why she's in green in the middle. But you must never listen to what others say about you, because it's their problem, not yours. So I'm going to go. Like I said, I've just got to put the connection bits onto these lovely jingly jangle intention affirmation bracelets. Some are going to be for the wrist and some are going to be for the feet, ankle bracelets. But yeah, I've just thought, I mean, I've read it's not really that good, but I thought maybe I need to get an Etsy shop, just so someone was asking, they're not on Instagram, you could go to Etsy shop. I'll have to look into that. And I don't know if it's supposed to be that good, actually, but yeah, I never know. What should we... Blah, blah, blah. Yes, there's lots of healers in chat. You can always ask people for a session with Archangel Michael, Indigo Rays, who's on fiction at the minute. We've got Rainbow Wizard. There's me as well, who can do Reiki, distance Reiki. People have had tasters and all that sort of good stuff. So never, you know, ask people in chat. But anyway, I'm going to go. I don't even know what time it is, and I'm going to start trying to finish these bracelets off, and then tomorrow... What was that? Oh, someone's... Got someone shouting outside. They're happy. Look at my grey. See my grey? And then tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and start on my paintings, because I started on this one. I've got my little ones to do, because there's people who've asked about stuff, and it's take me a bit sometimes, but I'm only a one-woman band, you know what I mean? Yeah, well... it's all mad different colours. This bit's lighter, this bit's dark. Then I've got the grey coming in, which I keep meaning to like want to dye, but I know hair dye is not really good. It's not really that healthy. But then I think, oh, and then I'm always laughing at my fella because he thinks he's gone greyer since the lockdown, which I think most of us have. But I'd like to have like quite white streaks. It's just that contrast when it starts coming in. But I do think, can you imagine grey silver dreads? I think they'd look quite nice. But I think grey and white's quite wisdomy-fied, do you know what I mean? I do love that colour. I mean, all the young ones do it because it's in fashion, but, you know. Yeah, I think we've all gone grey. I think we're going to get even greyer as the time goes on with what's going on. Janine, you read my mind, was just thinking I wish you had an Etsy shop as I don't have it. Yeah, I'm sure I tried to get on it before and I might have messed it up. So what I'm going to try and do is get on it again, even though I don't believe it's one of the best places. But I guess if I advertise it here, you can go over if you know what my name is over there and blah, 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 blah. So maybe I'll just get on anything I can and just see. So yeah, I'll have a look at that this week and see what's what with that. And then people who are not, you can go there. If I can get places up, in the end I do want a website, but it all costs money, doesn't it, to have a good website as far as I know. So like I said, Instagram's a good place for me. Even grey would look good, I think. Yeah, could be Mother of All Dragons or something, I don't know. I love grey hair, honestly, I think it's beautiful. There's a few people, creative people on YouTube who've let the hair go grey and it's beautiful. It can make it look a bit washed out, so I think you have to put a bit of makeup on, women anyway, but I think men look really cool with grey silver hair. You know, they always say, oh, men look like the silver fox. Well, so can women. I've seen a lot of women ditching the hair dye and they look absolutely stunning. It actually makes you look younger when you take pictures of you trying to keep dyeing your hair to the silver. And I know it's just hard for people to transition, so I always think I'm trying to hold off as long as can. Even if I had big white grey streaks at the front, I still think it'd look funky. But because my end bits are lighter because of the sun, and then my hair is actually dark brown, and then I've got these white bits in. And my nana's hair was white. It was beautiful. Yeah, a lot of people do. They probably do think it's dyed because your hair, because it's so in fashion with the young ones right now. So yeah. And we've got Michelle in the house. So we've got Michelle, Indigo Child, Mr. B, 7 and 14, Effie, Danny, Archangel Michael, L, Carol. Hope you're feeling okay, L. Who else have we got? Ryan. I'm not going to scroll all the way up to the top. Oh, we had Rainbow Wizard. We had a dinosaur in apparently, but I think he got extinct. Reveler. And who else might have been at the top? I'm not scrolling all the way up, I'll be here forever. Someone called Ian who's just come in. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and show you a bit of my painting and where it's going to morph again like the elephant did that time, if anyone remembers when I did the elephant. I'm sending amazing vibes. Thank you. So yeah, so I'll show you that as it progresses more, and it has got a story behind it, like I said. My cousin has the most beautiful red hair and thick. Oh yeah, red hair is beautiful. People used to get called, don't they, nicknames, but red hair is beautiful. And we've got Lee. So I'm going to go, and I will see you very soon. It's Wednesday tomorrow. I'm sure that's Mercury Day, like communication and learning. Something pops up, I'll jump on. But I've got to go and sort these bracelets out now and chill out for a bit now, because I'm always doing stuff. I decided after the to let my grey hair grow in. The poison, they poison everything. That's why I'm volunteering to poison my hair. Yeah, well, you think of it. Hair dye, you just dye in your hair. That's why I stopped straightening my hair, because my hair's naturally curly, and that's one of the reasons why I had dreads put in, because I was sick of straightening it, because it looked good curly, but I'd have to wash it all the time. I didn't want to straighten it because I think you're frying your little antennae, you know, your little antennae, so you know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, thank you, Elle. So thank you, and I will see you very soon. And if you want to purchase any of these, you'll have to get on Instagram for now. But they are, I love mine. I just love it. It's like, oh yeah, what affirmation do I put out? What intention have I got to put out? So I'm like a little cat. So yeah. So yeah, to hi to anyone who's new, who's coming and I've not seen your name before. But yeah, I'll see you soon. I do want to stop and talk, but I do want to get on my stuff as well. And we've got 17 thumbs up. So what can I say? And I will see you very soon. Bye.